We all spend our lives hoping for smooth sailing. We want the universe to do us a favor, to keep the storms away. But the truth is, real change rarely arrives looking beautiful and polished. It doesn't show up with a trophy. It usually shows up wearing the mask of a disaster, waiting for you to look closer. In the Buddhist tradition, we believe that changing your life isn't about an outside force reaching down to save you. It's about a shift in your internal energy and wisdom. When your life starts to feel heavy, when it feels like everything is falling apart, don't think of it as a punishment. Think of it as a signal. Your luck is about to change, but only if you know how to read the signs. The first sign, and this sounds backwards, is intense pain. When life becomes unbearable, when the pressure is so high, you feel like you might break. But that is actually the start of your awakening. In his very first teaching, the Buddha spoke about the Four Noble Truths, and the very first one was the truth of suffering. This wasn't to make us depressed. It was to show us the most direct path to freedom. Without the sting of the fire, we would never move our hands. Why is pain the precursor to a breakthrough? Because most of us spend our lives on autopilot. We are driven by habits, by what society expects, by a never-ending list of shoulds. We don't actually think about our lives, we just react to them. A major crisis, whether it's a breakup, a health scare, or a career collapse, is like a loud bell. It shatters the illusion. It forces you to stop and face the questions you've been running from your whole life. Pain is also a spotlight. It shows you exactly where you are clinging too tightly. The Buddha taught that all suffering comes from attachment. We suffer because we demand that things stay the same, that people love us back, that we remain successful forever. When reality crashes into those demands, it hurts. That pain is a map. It shows you exactly where your ego is still trying to control the world. If you can see the point of pain, you can see the point of change. True letting go isn't about being tired of the world. It's a deep, quiet clarity. It's realizing that no matter how hard you chase external things, you can't outrun change. This realization isn't despair. It's a precious kind of soberness. It's the moment your soul stops looking out there for answers and starts looking in here. So, how do you handle this first signal? First, stop fighting the pain. Don't try to drown it with work, or scroll it away on your phone, or hide from it with a new distraction. Just sit with it. Observe it like you would observe a thunderstorm passing through. Second, ask yourself, what truth is this pain trying to show me? Treat the suffering as a strict but compassionate teacher. Finally, be grateful for it. Without this unbearable pressure, you might have spent the rest of your life sleepwalking. The second sign is the shift from seeking out there to looking in here. After the pain has broken your old patterns, a natural change happens. You start to doubt the solutions you used to believe in. You realize that more money, more status, or a perfect partner can only give you a temporary high. followed by an even deeper hollow feeling. You might feel a strange kind of loneliness, not because you're alone, but because you realize that the biggest problems in your life can only be solved by you. In Buddhism, we call this turning the light inward. It is the real beginning of your journey. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you start asking, what is this teaching me? The first question makes you a victim. The second question makes you a master. You start to take back your power. You'll find that you no longer want to be in noisy rooms or meaningless social circles. You start to crave silence. You start to find more nourishment in a walk, a quiet meditation, or a deep book than you ever did in fun distractions. Your values start to flip. The things you used to think were vital, your reputation, your pride, your material stuff, suddenly seem heavy and unimportant. You start to value qualities like peace, wisdom, and inner freedom instead. How do you nurture this stage? Build a habit of stillness. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just 10 minutes a day of sitting quietly and watching your breath. This becomes your anchor in the storm. Read the words of those who have walked this path before you, the ancient masters, who navigated the same confusion you feel now. And most importantly, practice non-judgmental awareness. When a thought or emotion comes up, don't label it as good or bad. Just notice it. This breaks the habit of reacting and starts the habit of responding with wisdom. The third sign, the most beautiful one, is the rise of unconditioned peace and compassion. This isn't something you do, it's something that grows out of the first two signs. Your interaction with the world changes fundamentally. Before the world decided your mood, now your mood begins to shape the world around you. So, you start to feel a deep kindness toward others, not because they are nice, but because you realize that everyone is fighting the same battle. You see their mistakes, and you don't feel anger. You feel a quiet understanding because you know what it's like to be lost. You find that you aren't triggered as easily. When praise comes, you smile and let it pass. When criticism comes, you look for the lesson and let the rest go. Your value is no longer a vote held by other people. It's a bedrock inside of you. This is when luck actually starts to show up. Things begin to move smoothly, not because the world changed, but because you changed. A mind full of resentment and fear attracts conflict. A mind full of peace and compassion attracts good fortune. The right people show up at the right time. Opportunities appear just when you're ready for them, because you are no longer blinded by your own drama. You see the path clearly. You make better choices, and those choices lead to better results. Is this magic? No. It's the most profound law of cause and effect. Your mind is the cause, and your life is the result. When the cause shifts from fear to wisdom, the result must shift from chaos to peace. So, if you are in a dark place right now, if you feel like giving up, don't ask yourself, am I seeing the first signal? Are you ready to stop looking outside and start looking within? If you can recognize these signs, you aren't failing, you are being rebuilt. The turning point isn't somewhere in the future, it's right here. In this very moment, in the way you choose to see your life. Have the courage to turn around and walk toward the light.